Hi, my name is Emily Houlihan, and a little over a year ago, I received the Clergy Revitalization Grant. At the time, I was serving a beloved church that I hold so dear, but a church that was in the midst of a difficult and stressful season. Not only did the pandemic hit like a strong wind, but over the past few years, the congregation was overwhelmed by wave after wave of hard and chaotic stressors, significant staff departures, deaths, divorces, and so much more. And so nearly 2 years ago, I found myself stranded as the part-time associate tasked with steering the course of this beloved church, and I felt like I was drowning. I was exhausted and depleted, and the waters began to overwhelm my mental, emotional, and even physical health. The consistory recognized this and cared for me dearly, giving me their full blessing to take the revitalization sabbatical as soon as possible. In the days leading up to the leave, my mental health took a deep dive. And I am still so grateful to God for the care that I received in those days from my therapist and other mental health professionals, including obtaining medication. The way God joined together the mental health care and the blessing of my consistory and family and the financial assistance from the revitalization grant, it seemed as though God was parting the waters, leading me through the chaos and back to steady and safe ground. I spent the first 5 days of my leave on a solo retreat focused on rest and restoration. I was refreshed by sleep and reading for pleasure and hiking in the woods, cooking delicious meals, meeting with my therapist, and overall attending to myself and to my own needs. While I was away, the consistory and the congregation provided meals for my family and childcare for my kids. They brought cards and candles and flowers. They supported me and cared for my family. The following 2 weeks of my leave were filled with more rest and being in community intentionally with my family and friends and fellow pastors. It was all so incredibly healing. I have known that I am called to be a pastor since the age of 7, and that call, despite the hurricane of the past few years, is still alive within me. And I honestly don't know if I would have been able to continue in ministry without the revitalization grant. It was the beginning of the journey toward health, healing, and wholeness. A journey I am still on today, but now with my feet so much more planted on that dry and solid ground. While my contract with that beloved congregation who cared for me so dearly has ended, I am now serving as the pastor of Connection at Calvary on 8th Street RCA Church in Holland, Michigan. This church, knowing about my mental health status earlier in the year, they hired and embraced me in all fullness. I am so overwhelmingly grateful to have a renewed energy for ministry. While the grant wasn't magic and didn't heal every part of me instantly, it was crucial for my mental, emotional, and physical health and well-being. And it was crucial for my ability to enter into ministry again. I can't recommend enough that any and all clergy and church leaders should rest and refresh. And I'm so thankful for this grant, for making it financially possible for the ministers, for giving congregations the opportunity to see that it is needed, and for making a priority healthy and whole church leaders for the denomination as a whole. Thank you so much.